Okay, this is it. Do or die. Oh no. Heading into the Ford chicane. I'm going to have to just go for it, aren't I? Hello everybody and welcome back to the Traxion channel for another brand new video, and today of course is the 16th episode of my Grid World playthrough on the original Race Driver Grid game. Now there wasn't an episode last week because of Le Mans Virtual, but I'm back again this weekend and we have a lot of stuff to get through, so let's fire on with it.
Well done, John. You're leading your class.
I would say that today marks the start of the final stretch for Rick Racing in this career mode. We've unlocked obviously the global license, so we're beginning to head towards the end. I've got a plan for how we're going to try and tackle the rest of this career mode, but what I've started off by doing is kind of refreshing the team branding a little bit. So we've gone back to pink being the main colour. Here we have the Global Racing League, which consists of 6 different championships. Now my objective for the end of this career mode is to win every single one of these and hopefully unlock the final race, which I've heard all about. But I haven't actually had a look yet at the top tier of each of the regionals. So we've got the USA ARL National Badge, we've got the Euro A license, and we've got the J-Speed Super 1 license. Now, I could obviously go through and try and win these championships as well, but a lot of the racing in these championships is also mirrored in the Global Racing League. So what I'm going to do, the J-Speed Super 1, we've got Drift GP, GT1s and Prototypes, all of which we're going to do in the Global League. Same with the USA, GT1, Drift GP and Prototypes. But what I am going to do is the Euro A license, because we have Group C Virgin Mobile Endurance Classic, which is just going to be incredible. We've also got an LMP2 championship there, which we need to do, and an LMP1 championship. Now these prototype cars are not included in the Global Racing League, so I'm going to take on Europe, can take on this top tier, get through here, and also take on the Global League. So that is the plan for the rest of this series. First up, it's going to be the LMP2 Endurance Series, because I cannot afford an LMP1 yet, and I cannot afford a Group C car yet. So we're going to start off here. We have 1.5 million for winning the championship. It looks like it's 4 races: Donington Park, Nurburgring, Spa and Jarama. Let's jump in.
This guy's the driver voted most likely to surprise you. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay, Didier Andre, our main rival for Paul Belmondo.
Races are split into 4 separate classes. Just worry about beating the cars in your class.
Here we go again with the description every single time. So this is going to be multi-class racing, but we are of course in LMP2, so we should be fighting near the front of the grid. This is the same Lola that I used in the last Le Mans race. And I've got my teammate Lee Niven up ahead, so let's try and get past Lee. And we'll just see if we can stretch out a nice lead in LMP2 here.
Well done, John. You're leading your class.
Okay, that's confirmation from Mick that I am leading the class. So yes, 4th place is P1. We're actually still just about hanging on to the front of the LMP1s as well. I absolutely love this Donington track in high downforce cars through here, through Old Hairpin. I'm just going to keep it absolutely pinned, flat out, easy. Not an issue at all. Nice through there as well. I've been leading this race pretty much start to finish, but because of rubber banding in this game, you cannot really rest. You've got to stay on it, stay fast, because one major mistake, trust me, the AI are never too far behind. Despite that though, nothing has happened. I've not made any mistakes. It's the last few corners now. I'm still in 4th. I'm actually going to try and overtake an LMP1. Can we do that? That would make for an interesting dynamic in the next race as well, if I can get ahead of one of the LMP1 cars. Done it around the outside. Yeah, it's going to be P3 overall, P1 in class, and probably our best performance of the whole career so far. There's confirmation that we did manage to get our Courage C65 up amongst the LC70s and LMP1, and that has to be one of the best performances so far. Lee Niven as well, finishing 3rd in the class. Very boring race, but good nonetheless. Sponsor board is of course completely green with that one, and for Lee Niven I'm pretty sure it will be mainly green as well. Not bad. Okay, we are underway for race 2 at the Nurburgring, again starting P4, so this should be fairly easy to try and stay at the front of the class. We're not having to fight our way through anyone. Take it nice and easy into the first hairpin, keep a wide line. Lee Niven's had a bit of an incident by the sounds of it, but I am again in P4. This time I've got a golf cart on the inside, but I'm going to fend them off. Try and reduce some wheel spin. Okay, nice and solid at the start once again. Already heading towards the end of the first lap, and as you can see, once again, I'm right on the back of the LMP1 cars. I promise this is still extreme difficulty. It just seems like the AI aren't so strong in this particular series, and I've got the hang of this car. And yeah, it's basically meaning that we're a David amongst Goliaths. Look at this scrap out in front. They're really close to each other. I'm just trying my best to keep on the back of them. Nice exit. We don't have the power on the straight, unfortunately, to try and make a move into the chicane, but I should be fairly quick through the chicane, so I might be able to get them into the last corner. Let's see. Late on the brakes, over the curbs. Bit of contact. Hopefully that doesn't cost me my sponsor. I'm going to dive down the inside here. Oh, more contact. I need to be careful. This is a pointless race, but I mean, I kind of want to create some excitement because nothing's happened. I'm not quite going to get amongst them this time, but it's going to be another P1 finish, P4 overall, of course.
Great driving. You picked up fourth.
Can't really complain with any of that, really. It's gone really, really well so far in this series. Again, Lee Niven picked up third in class, not second, which is a little unfortunate, but he's doing an okay job. Solid enough for the points in terms of the team standings, too.
This guy's the driver voted most likely to surprise you.
Again, we're starting fourth in the grid, which is strange. Usually we start further back in the class, but we've been on pole position for every single race so far, or at least right near the front. Past one of the LMP1s. A little bit of a barge through the first corner, but that's okay. Oh, the lead two just touched through Eau Rouge. That was sketchy. Can we fight with the LMP1s again at Spa? I absolutely love how in this game the AI are just side by side all the time, everywhere. It's so good to watch, like especially when you're a car chasing them down. It's just something about that is missing in a lot of modern day racing games. Just that feeling of really, really close racing all the time. It's just exciting to watch. We've got a good run though. Looks like the two team. Is that two teammates? No, that's two different teams, I think. We're still ahead of one of the LMP1s. Are they going to go side by side through Blanchimont? Somehow they are. Oh, Shinji Nakano's dropped in just behind. Coming up to a corner where Shinji Nakano has had a massive accident in Formula 1. I've almost lost it on the exit, but end of lap 1, still in P3, absolutely fine with that. I can hear the fourth place LMP1 coming. Through he goes. I'm going to try and go around the outside though. Yes, held on nicely. And again, close the gap a little bit in the lead too. If you came here for LMP2 racing action, then I'm very, very sorry, because there hasn't really been any. There has been some Le Mans prototype action, but it's just not been in my class. It's very bizarre how the AI seem to be so much weaker in this series than they have been in the past. I'm driving okay, but I don't think I'm driving any better than I have been at other stages, so it is interesting. Oh, bit of contact. I thought I was going to get away with it there, but slight rub. Remember, I've got no flashbacks either. I'm using Pro mode, so I can't afford any accidental mishaps. Coming into bus stop for the final time. It looks like it's going to be another third place overall finish. Lead two go side by side. I'm not quite going to have enough. Get a good exit. Oh, I might get pre-map, but he's got the power. Yeah.
You're on the podium. Well done.
Oh well, another race win in class, another great race. Lee Niven, of course, unsurprisingly finished third in class, so, I mean, at least he's consistent. Okay, last race in the series.
Cars in Le Mans Series races are split into 4 separate classes. Just worry about beating the cars in your class.
I really wish I could shut Mick up for that intro, but we're underway, again starting from P4. Lee's directly behind me. This track is the one I know the least of the lot. I've only done it a couple of times in the career mode, and I don't really know Jarama outside of this game, so this might be a bit more challenging. Try and go around the outside. Nope, not happening. See if we can get down the inside here. It's going to cut me off. We still seem to be battling amongst the LMP1s. Come up to the last corner. Very similar to the previous races, I'm just hanging on to the LMP1 battle, but this time I do have one of the LMP2s for company. But I should be able to fend them off. I seem to have a comfortable amount of speed in hand. A bit wide through there, but just about got away with it. Can I go for a dive bomb into P3? Side by side, I'm going to hold the outside line, use second gear. Careful for wheel spin. And that has me up to P3 again. I could actually beat Alexander in the championship here. If I beat him in this race, quite possibly. Through the final corner for the final time. It looks like it's going to be another P3. Really, really boring championship in terms of battles in my class, but great for me.
You're on the podium. Well done.
So as expected, Lee Niven finishes third in class, but it's another win for me. I might have even beat one of the LMP1s in the championship. So that series has just come out of the blue. It's been the best so far in the entire series on YouTube. There's championship result confirmation, and it was a tie for first and second, but it was also a tie between me and Alexander Frey in the other Courage for third overall, which is great. But of course, the important thing is I win LMP2, and that's where the money comes in. £4.3 million in the bank. Okay, so we're going to make a lot of profit from doing this series. We've got a bunch of new sponsors as well, and they are very impressive. Yokohama, 28,000 for finishing no lower than third. That one has to go in the car. 20,000 for Stilo for finishing no lower than third without damage. Again, another good sponsor. And 15,000 for finishing no lower than fourth. I'm probably going to take all three of these, let's be honest. I was only going to do one series in this episode because it was 4 races, and usually that takes up an entire episode, but the racing was pretty short and there wasn't much action, let's be honest. So I think I'm going to do one more race, and I think I'm going to buy myself an old Group C prototype. Now that looks like a Mazda 787B. I want one. This championship is only one race long, £2 million for winning it, and it's Circuit de la Sarthe 1968. Oh, this is going to be magic. I definitely never got this far when I played this when I was a kid. So I've got two options. I've got the Mazda 787B and the Nissan R390 GT1. Now, as much as I absolutely love the late 90s GT1 cars, you've heard me talk about that before, I'm going to have to buy the 787 and see what it sounds like in this game. £5.2 million down the drain. Got to be done. Just want to have a look at this car before we go. Ah, look at it. Absolutely magical. Yeah, and there's confirmation as well. I was on extreme difficulty. I don't know what happened in that last series. Everyone needs to up their game.
Ravenwest Motorsport are
Oh no.
Just do your best, kid. You can't do more.
Ravenwest are back, and they're in Mazda 787Bs. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Lee Niven, starting a couple places ahead of me. I'm down in 13th place. It doesn't quite sound like a Mazda. That's a shame. But, I mean, it still sounds good. Now, this is the 1968 version of the track. So far it looks the same as the current version, or the newer version in the game. Yeah, this is definitely not what the track looked like in 1968. I've just hit another person off. Very scrappy start to the race. I've biffed a lot of people off already. I've been too busy focusing on the surroundings. And yeah, I mean, I'm guessing we're going to go straight down the Mulsanne with no chicanes. Look at the speed of this thing. This is by far and away the fastest I've been at this game. 250 mile an hour. There we go. And yeah, okay, so I think what it is it's just a modern day version of Circuit de la Sarthe, the same as the other version, but it's not got the chicanes in the Mulsanne.
Currently, Ravenwest are out in front.
258 miles an hour. I'm a little bit upset that it's not like a proper vintage version of the circuit. I understand why, but I was actually, when I saw it was 1968, I was properly expecting a 1968 version of Le Mans. Okay, we're only P10 after the first half of the lap, so I've got lots of work to do here if I want to try and make my way to the front. I have got 4 laps to do it. No, that was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Just too fast in there, forgetting it's not a modern LMP with all the downforce. That's P9. Porsche curves at 231 miles per hour. That was a bit sketchy, but we didn't have to lift or anything. Absolutely flat. The last chicane is going to be very interesting indeed. Let's see if I can make some moves before then, though. Around the outside. Ted Oldfield in the other Mazda. Oh, I don't know where I'm going to go here. This is going to be treacherous. We'll go on the outside, will we? Here we go. Okay. Sorry about the last bit of contact there. It was going really well before that. Mick appreciated the outside move into the chicane. But yeah, I've damaged my car now, so that's not great. Down the inside of there, that's P6. Okay, we're making our way to the front, and I can still see Ravenwest.
Your car got a little banged up, but it's nothing serious.
Another move. Oh, that was unfortunate, that contact there. P5.
Is that you in my mirrors? Alright, I'm in the car just ahead.
Lee, stop weaving. Okay, coming up to the corner now. I'm going to have to brake very early, 258 mile an hour, probably on the kink. Oh, there's so much understeer in this thing compared to the modern cars, which does make complete sense. Still in P5 though. On the outside of Lee Niven. Still P5. Please let me go, Lee.
I am right behind you.
Okay, we're good. Much better through that corner than last time. Much, much better. Go the inside into here.
Directly behind you now.
Bit of contact. I tried to stay to the inside as much as I could, but I just understeered a little bit, so it has been a very dirty drive by me. I probably don't deserve the sponsorship money, but I'm going to lose it anyway, so that's fair. Now I've got to try and catch Rick and Nathan. Oh, they're so much slower through the Porsche curves. They're actually getting in each other's way. This is unlike Ravenwest. Will I try an outside move again into the chicane? Going for it. Yes, contact. Watch the wall. Oh, wow. Okay, we slowed each other up hugely, but I got the move done once again.
You're in first place.
Oh, that is big contact. I kind of turned in there, but I obviously had no idea they were flying down the inside. Come on. I can see that little map. The wee dots are closing in. If we do manage to hang on to this lead, I say as I lose the lead, it would be the second time in a row that we've actually managed to beat Ravenwest. Second time out of 3, I think. So I am determined, but obviously, as you can see, Nathan and Rick are not going to give up without a fight. Bit of contact there again. They're pretty keen to send it down the inside. Going to make a little bit more contact. I feel like I've said that word far too many times in this race. And again. This is a good battle, though.
Currently, Ravenwest are out in front.
Oh, Rick's gone around the outside as well, so he's got more straight line speed. The good thing for me is, I know I'm good around the last corner. So if we're on the last lap and I'm right behind them... Oh, no, 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 no. That's bad. That's very bad. That just, the two cars got connected and I basically couldn't steer anymore. Made big contact. I've got big damage, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, that's cost us the race. No rewinds, of course, no restarts, nothing like that. I'm going to have to absolutely nail this last lap with damage if I want any chance to catch Rick now. Whoa, this has just made this race a whole lot more tense. Very lucky to survive that incident. I'm going to have to put in the lap of the gods if I want any chance at this win. And of course I need to win because it's one race championship. I need to win the championship. I actually think that's my first major collision with Ravenwest in this whole series, which, I mean, it makes sense it's coming to blows now because it's getting serious. We're really reaching the big time, but yeah, it's not going to be easy to beat them. There's also a Scottish 1-2 at the moment. Can you remember the last time there was a Scottish 1-2 at Le Mans? I don't think there ever has been.
Jarama wins the 24 Hours of Le Mans for the second year running, and it's a 1-2.
Nice through Indianapolis, nice through Arnage. I'm close enough. It's going to be... right now it's 50-50. I'm going to win this race or come second. It's completely 50-50. This damaged car is not the easiest to get around the corners, but I am better at this section. Let's see what we can do. Keep absolutely floored. Down to 5th. Get back up to 6th. Try and lose as little momentum as possible. 5th again. Oh, we're closing. It's going to be a last corner move, and I know I'm good through there. Okay, this is it. Do or die. Oh no. Heading into the Ford chicane. I'm going to have to just go for it, aren't I? Round the outside. Move done. Keep out the barriers and the exit. Yes! I've won at Classic Le Mans. 2:28.72 was the lap time as well. That's floored me. Looking at the final results, Lee Niven also managed to pick up P3 for Rick Racing, and as you can see, that means we also beat Ravenwest in the team standing. So this episode has just been so good, and Lee's finished 3rd in every race, and I've finished 1st in every race. And there you can see it, Rick Racing 1st, 36 points ahead of Ravenwest in the team standings. This sets us up perfectly for the rest of the series.
Cha-ching. More money in the bank.
I love Carmen's reaction to getting lots of money. It's just brilliant. 3 new sponsors as well, Goodyear, BF Goodrich and Virgin Mobile. These are all major sponsors, so that's going to bring in lots of good money. And that's going to be it for episode 16. 5 races crammed in there and very successful ones as well. Lots of consistency, some good battles and some crazy action towards the end. Finally, a major collision with Ravenwest as well. I wonder how that's going to transpire in the remaining episodes. If you don't want to miss the remaining episodes, of course, make sure you subscribe to the Traxion channel and hit the notification bell to see the videos as they are released. They should be coming out every Sunday from now until the end of the series, so I really cannot wait to film these episodes and bring them to you. But in the meantime, thank you so much as always for watching. Keep it pinned and have a great day.